and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go, set. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
They run for it with Hunt, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now ETN to start the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And they needed to be because our offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you have to outplay their defense as well, and that's what they did in their last game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And to throw again is Lawrence. Forced out to his left. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Let's go now. Man, man.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And the Jags are going to have themselves a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Look at me. Get back. Hand kick. Opposite. Block it, block it. Spike.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And just shutting him off there. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run again with Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at the 37-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll go again with ETN. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
On the set.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Come on. Hey.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
3 yards remain for second down. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Dancing to his left. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On the move to his left.
And that's complete ETN out of the backfield.
That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A give running right, ETN.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Another tote for ETN.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll run with ETN.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Etienne up the middle.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Jaguars. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to look to throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now.
And caught by London.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll set up to throw.
Got his man. It's London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On play action, Lawrence
Steps away to his left.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, box up, box up.
Now Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
McKenzie now to return it.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. A good pickup there at 22. Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. And some room to roam now.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run again with Hunt. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Straight ahead, Etienne. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Lawrence finding Etienne here, catching it on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. You decide to...
And now here's another interception. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Second down at 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here's Lawrence.
And able to find Kirk complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Jags use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Out to his left.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne,
His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This pass is caught by London.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Jags are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they take a knee.
Contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Jags, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they will fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger.